going to bring up our dynamic duo, our Batman and our Batman, because we don't have any Robins over here. We're going to bring up Mr. Vassar and Mr. Somerville, our two master investors for Global FX Trade Club. Gentlemen, the floor is yours.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey, you did a masterful job as you always do. I'm not sure, Dottie, if you're coming on camera, but let me first give it back up to Ms. LaWanda Blackwood. She is definitely leading from the front. We appreciate your leadership. But I just want to get a chance to come before you to kind of reiterate a lot of things that Mr. Wells has so eloquently stated already, that our organization is one that's focused on putting people over profits. And because of that, we're bringing this opportunity to anyone who wants to listen. But we know that if you can get a better situation where your individual trades and investments are not manipulated, where you can actually avoid slippage, where you can get a chance where your broker's not trading against you, you put a buy in and they put a sell in, they're selling from their own inventory. When you get a chance to feel confident that you can actually use a pending order and not have the fear of being stopped out, or actually having your trades wicked out, right? So that's why we are here tonight. So I just want to get a chance to introduce myself for those who don't already know me. At the same time, I want to be able to kind of tee this up, but also introduce my partner in success for over 30 years, Mr. Dottie Somerville.
All right, good evening, family. And one of the things I want to just say up front, we definitely have a birthday in the building. So if everybody can type in happy birthday to Demetrius, we want to say hello. Happy birthday to you, sir. And you know what? Thank you so much for being on the call. That's what real leadership does. He is on the call, even though it is his birthday and he could be doing a million other things. So again, just wanted to acknowledge you. Thank you so much for all that you and your team does, Demetrius. Thank you so much. So
get with me, Demetrius. I'll get you some apple juice after this.
That's right. All right, let me turn it back over to you, and you can go ahead and introduce.
Awesome. So with that, let me go ahead and get a chance to bring on
Mr. Bobby Axelrod.
Bobby, are you on the line, sir?
I'm here, gentlemen. I'm here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the building. Awesome. It's amazing to be here. I'm blessed to be here with you guys. This is a fantastic trade group. I've never seen anything like it, from the music in the beginning to how you stay in touch with every person on this call. Let me just say, this is probably the most fantastic call I've ever been on in my life. I love it. This is amazing.
Thank you.
So thank y'all so much for having us.
Absolutely. The floor is yours.
So yeah, all right. So I know we had a little bit of a format here. Donnie, if you want to kind of lead into which direction you want me to start with.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we can start by just kind of explaining maybe who is Carbon Capital.
Yeah. So Carbon Capital, I mean, started as a group of traders, and got tired of being in manipulation and brokers taking advantage of traders, and finally got to a place where we said we're just going to do our own, and that's what they did. So it's a complete A-book broker through an ECN, and no manipulation, hooked up to over 200 banks, have some of the cleanest charts you'll ever see, lightning fast execution, big massive servers, everything you could ever dream of having under one roof. And I'll get to show you some of that tonight. So it's a first class operation.
With that being said, Bobby, can you talk a little bit about the A book versus B book? Why would a person want to go with the A book versus the B book broker?
All right. So
prior to that, if you can kind of, for those who might be novices to the world of trading, when we talk about ECN, some may not be familiar with that. Could you just expound upon that just for a brief moment?
Yeah, it's the hub. It's the electronic hub that you connect all your trades into the market with. So you've got to have a way you hub all your liquidity into, and the liquidity comes from all the banks. So when you can aggregate liquidity between 200 different banks, you're going to get the best quote possible. So if you only have one or two banks that you're getting your liquidity from, then you're stuck with whatever's there, or there might not even be a trade available because someone has to buy it if you're selling it, vice versa, right? So when you have 200 banks giving quotes every millisecond, through a hub that's aggregating, you're going to get the very best, what they call top book. That means that you're getting the very best price at that time.
Awesome. And then some of the major differences between working with an A book broker versus a B book broker, if you want to share some of that information.
Yeah, so an A book broker means your trade is actually being placed and a bank is actually filling it. So on a B book broker, there is no bank. You're basically taking a trade against the broker's hedge of money. And in an A book situation, you're actually being placed in the market. So there's no chance for any manipulation because there's a contract between you and that bank. Uh, with B book brokers, there is no real contract. I mean, there's a contract, but you're not going to a bank. So what the difference is most, and I don't want to speak bad upon B book brokers, that's not what this is about, but there is a difference, and the difference is a B book broker can manipulate the candles, manipulate price, whereas an A book broker does not. You get true feed, you're getting the actual institutional data coming through.
That's awesome.
That's
awesome.
kind of the difference between the two.
And I know that you all have chosen to use MT5, MetaTrader 5 versus the MetaTrader 4 that maybe a lot of us might be used to. Can you tell us why that is?
Yeah, absolutely. So, MetaQuotes has been working on MT5 for several years, beefing it up, getting it built to where all the problems we've had with MT4 in the past, they've pretty much got all those things fixed in MT5. MT4 works off of one server, and MT5 works actually off of like 5 to 7 servers. So you've always got it's not antiquated like the MT4 system. The MT4 system is actually going away in 2023. They call it the Armageddon for MT4. And if it crashed between now and then, they're not. They have no. I should say they do not want to revive it. They want to get everyone on MT5. So we're getting ahead of the curve, and we actually have been with MT4, and we are shutting MT4 off at the end of the month on the other trade room we have, and everyone now is on the MT5 platform on the new trade room that we've opened up. So when I show you tonight, I will show you the back office of the trade room and the new MT5 platform, and I'll actually show you the MT5 platform and the things that we've brought to it and things that we've added that you're not going to get on other brokers, even with MT5.
That I am excited about. I have gotten chance to use the MT5 platform, and I can say, where there are some small differences. It's basically, it's what you would be used to. And when I say you, I'm speaking of all of the traders that are here. It's what you would be used to, right? So I didn't see any major difference, but there are some small differences, and it takes getting used to because it's different. It's a different platform.
Yeah, and it's a little more advanced than MT4. The buttons look pretty much all the same, but you'll see some little changes. But the good thing is I'll show you when we go into the back office where there's a help tab that shows videos upon videos on how what to do in MT5, what the little differences are going to be, and you'll see. But for the main part, if you're familiar with MT4, MT5 is a breeze. And when we were talking about the difference in looking at the charts, if you pulled up the 1 minute chart and looked at MT4 and you pull up the 1 minute chart on our MT5 with the amount of servers we have backing it up, you will see a major difference in how MT4 has multiple little gaps on the MT4 and on the minute chart, and on the MT5 the candles are full every millisecond. We've got information being fed in. So you get full candles, not little gap candles, and you're going to get a gap at a market changeover and things. That's just institutional data when the banks are closed and then, they're trying to fill orders. That's different. I'm talking about during the day. You can go to the MT4, look on the 1 minute chart. You're going to see gaps. You're going to see where on an MT5, the candles look different every minute because you're getting a full minute of every millisecond of that minute of data coming through, where an MT4 might skip 20 seconds because it's antiquated and it cannot fill the gap. And that's why you have that situation. Most brokers, when people, and this is a fun, when we're all traders, right? You go, oh man, the broker's doing this. 9 out of 10 times, it's not the broker. It's it's the feed they have coming in. If you have bad feed or you have a bad platform, then you don't get good data. And we made sure that we went 10 times more than what we would ever need, so that we would have enough data coming through to handle the system we have. So everything you're going to see tonight, you will see why I can speak so highly of MT5, because when I put the minute chart on, you can go put your MT4 minute chart on and you'll see the difference.
Well, you know what? I'm excited. I'm ready to kind of get right into the charts there. But before I say that, I totally understand what you're saying in reference to being adequated. Because what it reminds me of, Bobby, it reminds me of the iPhone versus the Android. You always got to try to find some type of Wi-Fi. iPhone's got to try to find some type of Wi-Fi to make a call or something, you know?
Right.
You know, and it's like that Android. You know, it's almost like that feeling you get in your.
Hey, Donnie, can you mute him? Can you mute him? Mute James.
When someone texts you and you see that green pop up, you're like, ugh, Android.
Well, as you can say, you can see I'm team Android and my partner is team iPhone. So
there you go. There you go.
Let's share your screen. I'm ready. Let's get into it.
All right, I'll do that. All right, so I'm gonna drag over a chart here. And let me see if I can get this to move out my way. No, it doesn't want to. We'll just move this over here. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So I'll just jump right into the minute chart and we can look at it. And as you can see, I mean, there's a few little gaps, but there's not a whole lot of gaps. You got really good full candles in here. And if you go look at, and I apologize, it's loading right now. If you look at our MT4, you'll notice there's going to be some candle differences. But that's what I was talking about, just how it absolutely fills all the way around. And in a market changeover, you're still going to get some. Let me see if I can get market changeover here. Yeah, so the market changeover, this is the market changeover. You're going to get that because this is when the spread goes wild and they start, trying to fill last bit of orders and all that. But I guarantee if you look at MT4, it looks worse than this. And then it starts to clean up. And you can see how clean it gets during a regular day. I mean, usually you still have gaps in here during the day on MT4. We have none. Again, structure-wise, look at how clean the structure is. I mean, just clean, concise structure. Look at how we have our support and resistance lines built in. By the way, this template comes standard. It's our default template. When you download MT5, you don't get a black chart with green candles. You get a default template. You can actually right-click here, and you'll get a CCFX type template and engulfing zone. And we can go through these right quick, but you get a slow moving MAs that turn colors when they cross. We give a fast that has the faster MAs. And all you gotta do is actually right click. You can go to the indicator list on any of these, choose the lifelines, and you can go in and change these to any type of MA you'd like. We also have channel surfer bands that you can put on it, and I'll show you here. It's the same indicator on every chart, just has certain things turned on and certain things turned off. So if we go to the naked template, it's going to have swing high, swing low markers, but pretty much just be candles.
And could you talk about like the importance of, I mean, it should be intuitive, but I just want to make sure that we have some newer investors on the line as well. Could you talk about the importance of not having gaps, even on a 1 minute time frame, and what that means for you as as a trader?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a scalper and you're obviously trading to 1 minute, if 1 to 5 minute, 15 minute, if you're scalping, and it's very important that you get clean structure zones when you're trying to trade on the 1 minute chart. You don't want to have a gap between here and here because now you're missing out on. And what happens is the market watch, you'll actually notice that on MT4 sometimes, that even though the market watch may not stop, a lot of times you'll get pauses. Sometimes you can't even tell there's some pauses in there. But if you get like an indicator that would show you time as between when a candle starts to finish, you'll notice that there's multiple times where it pauses. And what happens when it pauses is because you're not getting any feed. Move this over here out the way.
Makes sense.
Oh,
I've had that happen plenty of times.
Yeah, absolutely. And oftentimes you think it's the indicator. It's not the indicator.
Correct. It's the feed coming in. You know, like there's a little gap right there. You're going to get gaps because in the millisecond that it took for that candle was cruising up, by the time the minute closed and the new feed came in, it was pushing up so fast that you got this little gap. But that's kind of the normal. If you're going to get a gap, that's kind of the normal you see. But what happens is when you get these gaps where a candle's here, but then it opens up here, and then the next one when it opens up there, you'll it's because there's a pause. There's nothing to fill it. The bank's you don't have enough liquidity coming in to fill that void. So this right here was a true gap because look how they even came back and retested that gap. It's just the candle was pushing up, and then the candle ran out of time, and they started where the open was. It opened here that fast. But that's the difference. You'll just see the difference between MT4 and MT5 and how much more the candles make sense, and you're able to see so much more structure on here. And if I wish I could get this thing on the top to move, but I don't think it will. It's in my way. The little zoom bars up to the top, but that's okay. We'll work around it. So just going through the templates again, right quick. I'm going to show y'all. You want me to show the EA that comes standard?
No, not on this one here. Here's what I want to say. What is blowing me away is the fact that I've never had a representative of a broker come on and show me anything on their platform. Hopefully you can get in touch with them to ask them a question, right? But to be able to have somebody to come on and explain that, just, I mean, hands down, I absolutely love it. One of the things that I'd like, if we can move right into the back office now to kind of show, you know, because when you and I ask this question because all of us here, we have a broker, I'm sure MT4 broker, right? And so some of us we have multiples. You've signed up with multiple brokers. You may have one that you like, and we always tell you we don't recommend a broker. I can tell you who I use, but I don't necessarily recommend one. But what I love is the fact that we have something here that's going to be very, very special, but you get a chance to actually see how to use this back office. And I'm going to let you speak here, Bobby.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing is when you finish registering, you will do you will finish your KYC. It's very easy. If you have any questions on anything as we go, there's a help button right here. I'm going to take you there first because this is the overview, kind of a little overview of everything, how to navigate, where you go download stuff at, things like that. Here's how you do your KYC verification. It literally takes 1 minute to do, and it automatically approves you. There's no bottlenecking. You could sign up, download an account, and be ready to deposit money in. If depending on blockchain, BTC is what we use. 5 minutes to 30 minutes, your funds could be in and you could be trading. One thing you'll notice different if y'all use an MT4, and I'm just going to go back to this 1 second. I apologize for changing the flow here.
No, you're fine,
but
please.
I'm going to just hit the X right now on the MT5. Now, if you were going to turn your MT4 on at the same time I turn my MT5 on, I haven't clicked it yet. I don't know why the little thing's up here, but I have not clicked it yet. When I click it, I want you to see how fast this comes up. We're ready to trade.
Wow.
Tell me your MT4 opens up that fast.
Well, no.
That's the difference between.
Definitely doesn't.
That's the difference between a broker who has a lot of big servers ready to assist you and a platform that's able to handle them.
You know, and that's a good tee up for one of my questions I had. And I know some of our constituents, as well as people who are tethered to us, they might be using some algos, they might be using some bots. Can you talk about latency and like why that's important and how that's absolutely. So MT4, and again, MT4 is an antiquated system. They'll tell you that themselves. They're ready to get everybody off of it.
because it's ran on one main server from MetaQuotes, and you're gonna have latency because that's that's just the way it is. It was never really improved on when they went to MT5. They kind of stopped improving on MT4 and put all their emphasis on MT5. When we were able to go to MT5 and adapt with the servers that we have, there is there's no latency. There's none. It is instantaneous, everything about it. And that's why I wanted to prove showing you when I click that button how fast it comes up, and your MT4 takes 10 seconds to get up and get moving, because that's the difference.
Or longer if you have Donnie's laptop, but I
yeah, but I mean, I could, if I had I'd actually completely wiped MT4 off of everything I have, because once you try an MT5 on this platform with the servers and all the stuff we have, you will never trade it on an MT4 platform again.
Well, let me say this. I've traded this week. I traded on the MT5 platform. And again, this is just me personally, 0 losses. Account has grown tremendously this week. So, and matter of fact, I'm in a trade right now. So we're
Awesome.
positive. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, when you could get true price, right? When we talk about candles, you want to get true price. And here's a very interesting thing. So these lines, I'm just going to talk about it. There's a reason behind it, is that this is engulfing zones. When we get an engulfing zone, it recognizes support and resistance in an engulfing zone, which is going to be your consolidation. On MT4, these lines were not even in the same place on the same chart. I had MT4 in one screen, MT5 in another screen, and these lines were never in the same place because we didn't have enough institutional good data being able to come in fast enough to complete the candle. So like this wick might not have actually been where it's supposed to be. On MT4, the wick might have went to right here, or this wick only came to right here. You didn't get the true full length of the candle. So therefore these lines didn't place where they're supposed to be. And once we did, it was amazing to be like, okay, wow, look at the difference. I have real structure now that's giving me everything I wanted, true structure. I don't have a hidden candle that just didn't get the information in due to lag and latency and, a crappy system. Now we have something that actually gives true information coming in. And that's why it's so much easier to trade. So I'm going to quit on that. And we'll jump back into this. So yeah, and I hear that every day. So y'all know, I mean, I get people that hit us up on the platforms and they're just like, they're loving it because for the first time they can see structure so much clearer, all the way down to the minute chart.
Absolutely. So I see we have a lot of resources here. Could you kind of just talk through some of the benefits that have just come standard, right? With just having Carbon as their main broker.
Yeah, so absolutely. So obviously we have all our videos here. We have an overview, KYC verification, signals analysis, deposits, how to do deposits, how to do withdrawals, help desk tickets, where that's located, education, client to client transfers. So let's say you bring in, you fund an account and then your buddy's having troubles funding his account. It's like, man, can you throw me $50? You can literally do that straight to wallet transfers inside.
Wow.
So that's great. So Donnie went on your trades today.
That's right.
Yeah. So we also have a video, and it's pretty in depth of how to use our social trading, our copy trades, and I'll go through that as well. So I'm just going to kind of start at the top of the menu and work my way down, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay. So first thing you'll see, first of all, I want to say this. Everything you ever need is in this one place. You don't have to leave this to go somewhere else. And you'll see what I mean as we go. Accounts, open demo, open alive is your account overview. So it gives you a view of all the accounts you have. And if you're on when you open up a live account, you'll see that there's two options, a platinum account or a carbon account. And it's the same for demo. The difference between these two accounts is a platinum is raw spread. What do I mean by raw spread? Have you ever traded GU with 0 spread? because that's what you get on our platform.
Wow.
GU, EU, all the 7 major pairs are raw feeds directly in from 200 banks, and we get the very best price. So spread ranges from 0 to 0.2 on our platinum account. Now, obviously, we have to have a commission there so that
Right,
the
right.
broker can pay the fees it has to pay to accept those. And that charge is, so if you trade at a 0.1, which is $1 a pip, you pay $1.50 to take the trade with 0 spread.
Not bad.
On the carbon account, and I'm talking, that's on the majors and minors. And then on the exotics, we have raw spread, and it's $3 for a 0.1. It's $3 to take a trade. On exotics, which usually have crazy spreads, and we have got the spreads down to next to nothing on those. Carbon Live is the no commission account. There's no commission. It's only spread. So the spreads are marked up a little bit to cover costs. So you'll trade GU at like a 1.5 to maybe like a 1.7.
Which is
with
kind
no,
of what we're used to now anyway.
right, with no commission.
Right,
Gotcha.
right.
Yep. So that's kind of the difference between the platinum and the carbon. It's really the same. So we go, well, which one's the better? Neither one's better than the other. It equals out the same. If you take it on the platinum, you're going to pay commission. If you take it on this, you're going to pay the same amount that you would pay in commission. You're just going to pay in the spread up front when you hit the button. It's the same thing. It really comes down to what do you like.
My
So
preference.
we wanted to give people 2 different options.
Let me pay mine up front, please. so when I overcome that spread, I want all my montees.
All of it.
Yeah. Truthfully, I've always been a guy that doesn't like to pay commission, but I am starting to really dig the platinum account. It is nothing like taking a trade and watching a line pop up exactly where you pulled the trigger.
That's the one I'm on right now.
That's same.
You're going to profit immediately.
Yeah. The only thing with MT5 you need to know is when you take the trade, you do not see the commission. There's not a commission column.
Okay.
So we are going to have a PDF that's going to be put into the back office soon that'll explain that, hey, if you take this thing at a 0.1 or you take it at a standard, expect this is the commission. You don't see the commission till after you take the trade because it doesn't take it out till the trade is closed. When you close the trade, it takes it out the balance. That's how it works. We can't change it. We've asked. We've tried to get a column here. Now, here's the good thing. On a phone, it seems to show it, but on the desktop, laptop version here, it does not. So you need to be aware of that. And it's only for the platinum account for a commission because on the carbon, you don't have to worry about it.
So you put your indicator on, right? There's an indicator for the commissions.
We do, and it comes in and it's right here, and it'll be on. If y'all, we are fixing to update our templates and the commission indicator, and it'll be in the new download of MT5 that'll be put in hopefully by Thursday evening. So even if you download MT5 today, just know that by the weekend you could go uninstall it. And when you go to uninstall MT5, when it pops up, it's going to ask you to click a box that says delete user data. Make sure you click it, and so it takes all the data and any kind of cache out of it. And what I mean by cache, you don't talk about websites when they put cookies, things like that. You want to make sure you get rid of all that history, and then download a new MT5, and we will have these replaced with new ones that we had a few little, I'll call them bug issues, just that, from changing things from MT4 to MT5, there are some differences, and we had to work out a few little things that we found. And so, yes, the indicator will pop up when you take the trade. Now, let's just take a trade. Let's just see what happens. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not
Get
what I
that
wanted.
divergence right there.
Yeah. So which way? Let's just take a buy at a penny. Look right now. All right. So about a pip. 1 point difference in spread, 0. Now we had 0 spread. So we're going to take a 0 spread buy. So there you go. 0 spread, guys. 0. I mean, perfect. Now the indicator did not pop up. Let's see if I can make it crop up. Let's see. There it is. So we know our profit is 16 cents right now. and we just got to get past the 18 cents mark. So that we did put that in so that you can see what the commission difference is. And once it gets past that point, so it really just has to go about a pip and a half, and you're in profit.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
While you're here, there was a question that was asked, since you're talking about the live account. Can we trade currencies, indices, commodities, and crypto on MT5?
Okay, so let's go look. So we currently have shares and CFDs from Adidas going down here, AIG, we got Ferrari, Facebook, we've had a lot of those. Then here's our crypto list that you can trade. Here is the dollar, just the dollar index. Some foreign indices. We have, these are our futures. So there's no swap fees on futures. So, you know, and that's US 30, US 100, US 500, no swap fees futures. Then on the platinum account, you will trade the ones that say .R for Forex. So here's your majors. Here's your minors. Here's the exotics. Here's the metals.
Wow.
Here's some more indices. And here's US 30 again in a raw form of account, because the futures are marked up spread, whereas we did put US 30, the NAS 100, and the SPX 500 in raw form. And then we have some gases here. So you have your oil and natural gases. Okay.
Wow.
So that's what we have to offer. And we'll always be adding some more as we can, as we do. We will add. And then, you know, if you say, hey, I want to trade this and I don't see you have it, just ask us, drop it in the help desk. We'll find out if we can get it. It's no problem.
Love it.
Absolutely. So I'm going to move back to here. So we're going to now that we see where this, how we create a live account, and I believe it's a $100 minimum to open up a live account. So that everybody's aware, it's just, you know, if it's $100 minimum to open up a live. Funding wise, when you want to do deposit from my crypto wallet, which would be your exchange you're sending it from. This would be your wallet number when it pops up, and so forth. I mean, you know how that goes. Put it in, put an amount, hit continue. We have Bitcoin. And once you do this, it'll bring you to a confirmation page where you can look over everything. Then when you hit continue, a QR code will pop up, plus and actually let's just take it through. Let me just put $1 there. So now it gives us a confirmation page, make sure everything's correct. We hit the button. Boom, we got a QR code, and all you gotta do is copy the gray bar. Click the gray bar, it copies the address, go paste it. That easy. Same with withdrawals. It's just the opposite direction. Transfer funds. We need to talk about this because when we go to talk about the trade copier, we need to know about this. So when we have when you want to move money to the trade copier, if you decide to click connect to a trade copier, you want to select the wallet that you have them funds in, and you want to transfer them to either a social copy wallet or to your live accounts. So that's how you move money. Transfer funds from wallet to either your live account or to the social copy wallet so that you can fund your investment account to connect to one of the professional master copiers. Transfer to another client. This is that client-to-client transfer we talked about. We literally can take money and send it directly to another client inside the trade room. There is a 2% charge that when you send the money, the 2% charge comes out, and then the remaining hits that person's. Whether you put it into their wallet, whether you put it into their trading account, you can select, and that person has to give you the number, obviously, that you want it sent to. Your transaction history is here. Your profile is here. So you have profile, your uploaded documents, agreements, help desk, all that's here. Two-factor authentication is here. Make sure you set that up. and it is a refer a friend here, but it's also going to be down here. And when we get to that, I'll explain why. So then we'll go to, that's download. So this is downloads. So when we get to downloads, you'll see you have MT5 for Windows, MT5 for mobile, Android, and mobile for iPhone, iPad. Now, we will hopefully by the end of the week have a download for Mac computers, which is huge if you've ever tried to use MT4 on a Mac without having to buy Wine or the different applications you had to buy to make them work. So we are working on an actual download straight to Mac, which is huge because not
That
very
is huge.
Yeah, and we have it already. We've been testing it. There's a few little bug issues. We're working them out with MetaQuotes now, and we're hoping to have it by the end of the week. So it'll pop up in here as well when it's ready. By the end of the week, hopefully it's in here. The next thing I want to talk about is the Trade Copier right quick. So there's a risk management video here, but then which kind of takes and shows you how to do it on top of the one that's in the help menu, but this is more about the risk management. And then I'm just going to take you over to see this, and we're going to pop up over to the leaderboard. So this is our current leaderboard. This copier, this you can see everybody's in profit. It's a great day. So just wanted to show you that's how that works, but there's a complete video on how to connect to the social copier. Again, we'll go back to help where our tutorials are. And then we also have MT5 tutorials. If you like to use your phone, your iPhone, there's MT5 tutorials for iPhone. It takes you through everything, what you need to know how to use MT5. There's one for Android. There's the Android version. Each video takes you step through step. And of course, a desktop version. We have signals and analysis, education ebooks, education videos, education quizzes. We have, this would be your IB menu. It's going to say refer a friend here. When you, do you need me to pause for anything?
Yeah, pause there because we're going to go into that. Then we will pretty much be done. There is a question in the chat here. And again, James, you might understand this one. Is the Mac OS Big Sur 11 dependent?
I really don't know how to answer that, to be honest. I'm not a Mac person. I just know that we're working on an actual Mac download that actually works on Mac. So you don't need like Wine Bottler or Catalina or any of the other type of stuff. It's literally going to be just like as if you dropped it on Windows. From what I understand, it is supposed to be able to put MT5 on a Mac.
Great,
we see it on Windows, from what I'm understanding, and we will have it there for you to test. Probably, I'm thinking by Friday.
Yeah, sometimes it gets a little technical with those Macs. I think the best thing that I could probably tell those people with Macs to do is if you want to go ahead and grab your Mac right now, I can tell you what to do with it, family. Yep. If you go straight to the kitchen, there's probably like what you call a trash can there.
Yeah.
You just want to take that Mac and go get you a Windows. All right. All right. So now, are you ready? Are you ready? Because we're getting ready to go through some information that I think is just going to blow you away. And Bobby, do you have also your calculator? Because I think that
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
All right. All right.
Calm down.
So I'm gonna show y'all how to do it, and then I'm gonna
in.
pull the calculator up.
I'm buckled in. Okay, let's go.
Here we go.
So here's the cool part, guys. I know I can't show it all because I've already clicked IB menu and set it up. But in the help menu, again, there's a tutorial on refer a friend, because when you open up, it's just going to say refer a friend. When you click that, you're going to see a little spot up here with a toggle that you're going to select United States dollar, USD, and then hit continue. And then this menu will pop up. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to marketing tools. You'll select links. When you do that, what you want to do is go to name, and let's just put in anything. Let's put the word email. Okay. So email, continue. And you'll notice it says registration page because that's where you want to take clients. So now if I'm going to do an email campaign, I'm going to want to send this link out on email, and I'm going to know how many clicks I get and how many people register from this campaign. Telegram, Instagram, just type them in and hit continue and it'll populate up here. So if I want to go to Facebook or Instagram, I can go send this out to Instagram, and I'm going to know how many people clicked it. And then I'm going to know how many people clicked it and registered from it. So you can kind of see where's your business, where are you getting the clients from, and you know which platform is your strongest platform, and you can attack that platform. There's also, you have a performance dashboard where you can see how much commission you're making off of the trades. And it's not the trades, guys. We pay out on the spreads and the commission. That has nothing to do with the trade. It has to do with the upfront. When someone takes a trade, there's a amount of money there that's called, it's the spread or the commission. We share that with you. That's how that works. It's not about how big the trade is, how little the trade is, win or loss. We share in the commission or spread markup that we get. We share with you. Does not hurt or phase anybody's trade.
Bobby is Destry, and I want to make sure the community at large understands what you're saying right now. When have you had a broker on your side trading with you as opposed to trading against you? And that is one of the key differentiators that we have here. The broker is trading with us and sharing with us in the gains that are being made. I hope you understand how rare and unique the opportunity that's being presented in front of you is, because it's not to say anything about any other brokers. We've done well there, but if we can do well there, my question to you is, what can we do here? And I'll just leave it at that. Back to you, sir.
Absolutely, man. So outside of that, you really get to understand how you can track your performance. And when we talk about IBs, I always looked at it as independent business, like an IBO, right? Independent business owner. You can pretty much build a business from this. We have IBs that have 1,500 clients, and they make a living. They really make a living between trading and building a community of traders under them. And then those traders have IB links and they start building communities. So it ends up going 3 levels deep. We have a 3-level deep system. On all Forex, per standard lot, you get $3 for the first level person you bring in. You get $2 for the level below them and $1 for the level below them. So that's where we're going to bring in the calculator.
And while you're bringing that calculator up, let me also say this, family. When he say bring in, you got to understand, anybody who wants to trade in the Forex market has to have a broker. This has nothing to do with whatever company you are with, right? And so no matter what the name of the company you're with, everybody has to have a broker. And so why not make sure that they have the best broker for them?
Absolutely. So I'm just got this very simple right now. And, this is pretty darn doable. We have a lot of IBs that have 300 to 600 clients. That's probably our average. If you just looked at the spread as a, it's 1.0, average lot size of a 0.3. We're talking about a 0.3, not a full, not even a half a standard. And you had 10 trades a week and you had 300 clients under you. That's 3,000 trades a week. You're getting 90 cents per trade. That's what it looks like. Weekly commissions is $2,700. Commission monthly is $11,700. 140 grand a year. That's well doable. I have people that do this. I've had people do more than this. It's well doable. We can make this any number you want. I can change
Can I
this
make it
and
a
show
number
you.
really quickly? Because I have someone who, let's say, for example, the average lot size. I think the average lot size could easily be at least $1 per pip. Right. So let's
Yep.
take it down from
.10.
$3 to
Yep.
$1. I think
Yep.
that's doable. Right.
Yep.
And when we
Oh,
say
absolutely.
trades per week, I think 10 trades per week is doable. That's not nothing far-fetched. But there's a gentleman I know, he has 3,800 clients. Can you tell me what something like that would look like?
That's what it would look like. Making 30 cents per dollar. Weekly is 11,400. Monthly is 50 grand, and yearly is almost $600,000.
So what you're saying is the fact that he has 3,800 people who are already trading is just that they're not going to trade on a better broker. He would receive almost $500,000
for doing absolutely nothing but bringing them to the broker. Correct.
Oh my goodness.
And all he's got to do is copy and paste a link and get them to click the link. And actually, that's what we need to do. We need to click a link and show you what it looks like, right?
Yes.
Let's do that. So let's go back to here. Let's go to marketing tools, links, and let's just go click a link. So this is what the client will see when they click a link. They got a video that says not all brokers are created equal, and they're not. And that's a really good video put together there. They have several videos in here. If they click to sign up, it takes them straight to the registration page. And let's just do it. Let's just click it. So there you go. Boom. Registration page. They fill it out. Go right on in.
Just that easy.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you another question, because I know a lot of us, we may sign up with a company, right? And
Right.
I know there's education. So tell me again, and maybe I missed it. So how much is it to sign up here?
There is no fee. We're 100% free. Everything you just saw, we give everybody. And we haven't even talked about everything.
You didn't say it loud enough, Bobby. Bobby, can you say it loud? Say it loud,
Yeah,
Bobby.
there's no charge for anything I just showed everybody, and
So family,
there's more things on here than I've showed you.
Family, you can't be free. You can only tie.
You can only tie. You can only tie.
You can only tie, family. Listen,
there's no charge.
Can we let Bobby know how we feel about this? If you're on this call right now, and what you've heard tonight puts you in a position that you think that you can, number one, be more successful. I know we're not going to stop it. It's not even over yet. Number two, you feel that this is a well thought out, safe space for you to be. But number three, the people that are bringing this information to you, regardless of who's invited you to this call, you can trust them. Please drop some fires and some sevens in the chat. Let's make sure that we understand exactly where we are at this moment in time, because this is a decision-making moment. This is a decision-making moment, family. It's time to get mad. MAD. What does that mean, James?
Make a decision. Get mad.
That's it.
You can be mad at your broker, but you have to make a decision. Make a decision. That's it.
That's it. And so he talked a lot about this Trade Copier. Can you just hit on, and we're just about through because it's we've been here for an hour, but can you just hit on how important that is, especially for those people who may feel as though they don't have a lot of time to trade? Maybe they're doing some other things, but they do want to learn, they do want to compound their money. Can you talk just really quickly on why that's important?
Yeah, absolutely. I can actually do you want me to pull up the Trade Copier again?
Yes.
Or okay,
Yes,
give me 1 second. Let me pull this up, and then I'll reshare. Do it here.
And while he's doing that, again, Francine, you have different links just so you can see, and you don't have to, but just so you can see where most of your business is coming from. If maybe you're putting your link on Facebook, or you're putting it on Instagram, or perhaps maybe you are putting it on TikTok. Which platform is bringing in the most clicks for you? That's all. It's just a visual for you.
Yeah, so we just got done moving. We just reopened this on the new platform because we took it from the old one, and I brought over two of the master copiers that's why we have more history here than we do on some of these others. But there also are private groups that are not shown, but at the same time, you can see that if you connect to it, the growth. I mean, if someone connected to this 142 days ago, they're up 41% in their account for doing nothing but hook it up to it.
Wow.
Like I like to say, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Now, obviously, there's no upfront fee. You literally can hook up to it. It costs you nothing. There at the end of each month or at the end of each week, there's going to be a small percentage that's pulled out of only the profit. So if you made $100 that week, the person who's doing the trading might want 20% of the profit. So you might get $80 and they get 20. That's a pretty fair deal. For doing nothing but just connecting, and that person's doing all the work. So the person behind this is getting up and trading every day for these 16 people. This person's trading every day for these 20 people. This person's trading every day for these 68 people. And they do nothing but connect, and it costs them nothing to connect. We don't charge anything to use this. We give this platform here for people to connect, and at the end of each week, or like I said, at the end of each month, depending on how they have their fees set up, they take a small portion at the end, and it's never of your balance. It's only of the profit made that week or that month.
Wow.
So they're never taking anything from you that is your money that you put in. Now, obviously, they don't. I mean, right now everything is up and rolling, and people are up in profit. Uh, is there a time where it could get below? Absolutely, but that's trading, and we scan and we critique every single person that's in here, and we know we look at their FX book. We make sure that they're professional traders, and that's who we only people we don't you can't just come in here and make up a master account and go start trading people's money. They have to actually submit an application, and we grind them. We actually put some of them through a month-long testing season before we even allow them in here.
Hey, Bobby, a couple of questions that came through the chat room, maybe semi-related, but so someone asked, why is your company not regulated? So if you want to maybe provide some little behind that. So
Sure, absolutely. Okay, so when we talk about regulated brokers, most of the time you're talking about United States regulated brokers. Carbon Capital is not in the United States. Carbon Capital is an offshore broker. It is out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's right there on the front of the website. And regulated brokers, you'll never see the spreads that we have on a regulated broker because there's so much they have to pay to be regulated that they can't afford to give the spreads that we give. That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
There you go.
What is max DD?
Max drawdown. So anytime while this trade was going up, if in the middle right here, even though he was up 20%, he might have had a little dip, and it measures how much he was in drawdown. He was 8.6% in drawdown from wherever he was at that time, the max.
Awesome. And I can answer this, but I'll just read it. Are the entry points, stop losses, and take profits copied as well?
Yes, I will show you. Let's see if I can. I think I can on this. Let's see. I don't think I have an investment account that's hooked up to anything. These are the masters, so I'm not going to show. But yes, I'll just break it down for you here. So This is an investment account. It's never been hooked up to anything. But when you are, you'll see it right here. And then you'll see all open positions. And you won't see, now, let me rephrase this. Are you asking, can you see the stop loss and see the take profits while the trade is open? Is that what you're asking?
No, I think the question was like, are the same stop losses that the master trader?
Oh,
With that
yes.
Yes.
Yes. If the trade closes, your trade closes. If it hits TP, you hit TP. Everybody's on the same type of account. Everybody's on the exact same type of account. They're identical. So if the master trader is trading on an account, your account is the exact same account as his. It's all a platinum account.
So imagine that, you're at home, and then Mr. Olympia is in the gym working out. Mm-hmm. And for every exercise they go through, I talk about that because I'm a gym rat. But for every
Me too.
I'm trying to get them there. I'm trying to get down there. But for every rep they do, you're at home watching Netflix. You're getting the same results. They're in the gym, but you're getting the results.
Exactly.
That's what the copy trader actually is the true benefit from.
Yeah. And the cool thing about the copy trader is that you don't even need to open up an Mt5. You don't have to download an Mt5. You literally just go connect your account and it's done. You can do everything you want to do from here. So when the trade is open, you'll see the position, and it'll even give you an opportunity to close the trade. So let's say that you look up, you can see he's in G, you can see that they're in GU, they're in a sell, you can see where the position opened up, what price, where current price is, and you're like, I'm 15 pips up. I'll go look at the chart and say, yeah, I think I'm good right there. I don't want to hold this any longer. I think it's going to come back down a little bit. You could go close the trade and that's it. You're done. You don't affect the master any, but you can close the trade early if you feel like it. That way the user, the client has full control.
Wow.
Also, there's a trading report that'll show you current open trades and closed positions. And you can toggle through them and see all the closed positions that's been taken. You can go to statistics, and you'll get a graph here that starts showing you growth. You'll see your balance, your equity, how many trades are profitable, non-profitable, how many days you are profitable versus not being profitable. Everything you want to know, everything's here. You don't have to download an Mt5 to connect here. Literally do everything from the CRM.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, I think that we have enough information here. And again, Bobby, we want to thank you. We want to thank you for coming on, representing Carbon Capital, answering our questions, and just sharing this outstanding information with us.